Hey kings and queens, it's your girl Sade Mechelle. If you want to see how I achieve this look right here, keep watching. Alright, so we're going straight into it. My eyebrows were already done off camera. I'm now priming my eyelids. I had one eye prime, but I'm going to jump right into the other one right now. And I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Concealer in number 5. So I'm just going to speed through this. I'm using an airbrush brush just to blend that out. It's a Sephora brand brush. I don't know what number it is. But then I'm going to hop right into setting my eyelids with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is the original translucent powder. So I'm just going to take a fluffy brush. I don't know what brush this is, but I'm just going to pop that right all over my eyes to set that concealer. And I'm going to speed through this a little bit, not much. So I'm using two palettes for this look. The first one is the Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Subversive. And then the other one is the Huda Beauty Desert Dust palette. I'm going to start off with the Huda Beauty Desert Dust palette in the shade Eden. That's right there. And it's like a peachy shade. I'm using it as my first transition color. I can't even talk. So I'm patting it on and then I'm sweeping it back and forth, like in a windshield wiper motion. And I'm putting it right where my socket bone is, a little bit above the crease. And that's just going to be my first transition color. I don't know if you can hear my kids in the background. I'm so sorry. But yeah, once I sweep this across, just to get that first layer of color, I'm going to go in with Blazing, sorry. I was about to say the same color again. It's this real pretty rust orange shade, and I'm popping it right over top of Eden, but this time I'm going into the crease and all the way from the front to the back of my eye. These transition colors are just basically to warm up my eye a little bit before I pick one of those purples. But yeah, I love this color. I love any orange color pretty much, but this one especially, I'm not using a lot of product. So now I'm going to jump right in to Amber, and that's going right in that crease too. But I'm getting a denser crease brush, and this time I want to basically concentrate it right into the crease. Right into where my eyelid dips in. That's where I'm concentrating it. And I'm packing it on first, and then I'm going to go in and blend it. And I'm going to speed this up just because this took a little bit more time than everything else. So I'm going to pack it in, and then I'm going to blend it in with that same Moda brush I've been using. It's a crease brush, just a regular crease brush. So now I'm hopping into the Pat McGrath palette, and I'm using the shade, I believe it's Paranormal. It's hard to read these colors off of the back, but yeah, I believe it's Paranormal, and I'm packing that into the corner, into the outer V, and all the way across the front and back. Now, not only am I packing it on, I'm putting it in a sweeping motion as well. I want to make sure that there's no like blotchy spots of color. I'm one of those people who blend after every color. I can't just leave it and then blend it at the end. I have to blend after every color. So now I'm just taking that brush with the same amount of product that was on there before. I didn't put any extra, and I'm just blending that crease part out just to make it look a little bit smoother. So from here, I'm jumping back into the palette, and I'm going into that royal purple. It's called Purple Rain, I believe. I'm hoping. And I'm going to once again take that dense crease brush and pack it on to the outer corner. And pretty much this is going over the whole eyelid, and into the crease. I'm just going to leave like a little space in the middle because I'm doing almost a halo eye. I don't want to call it a halo eye, but it pretty much is. So I'm winging it out just a bit. And yeah, we're getting somewhere, guys. So once again, I'm just patting it on in a packing motion. but pack on as much color as possible, and then we'll blend it up and outward. So guys, here's where I realized I need to stop and put on my beat bib. I get everything on my clothes when I'm doing my makeup. So before I got into my foundation, I wanted to make sure I put this on because I spill foundation religiously. Like in this video, you won't see it, but I spilled foundation. So this is how far we've gotten on the eye. It's okay if the middle isn't even. We're going to fix it up as soon as we get into that next eyeshadow shade. And I'm sorry for the ugly face I'm making. I cannot help it. It's not my fault. So I'm just going back in with my blending brush and I'm just blending out all those edges, trying to make sure they're not harsh, soften them up a little bit. Once again, I'm not putting any extra product on there. I'm just using whatever is on the brush to buff that edge out. So now I'm just taking a little bit of concealer right down the middle, not really any specific way. I'm just trying to make sure it's touching at least up to my crease and just bringing it down. It doesn't have to be perfect because nothing I do is. um, and I'm just going to conceal this little part of the eye and we'll move on to the next step in a second. So I'm just going to speed through this process right here. It's pretty self-explanatory. Next I'm going to take a fluffy brush and just fix those little areas where I went a little bit too far with the concealer. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just want them at least a little bit symmetrical. And yeah, we're just going to buff out those edges and move on to the next step. So once I have that done, I'm taking Gold Nectar. I realized that first purple color I used was not Euphoria. It was Paranormal. It's hard to read the back of this carton. But yeah, I'm taking Gold Nectar from the Pat McGrath palette and I'm placing that all over the lid. Yes, Gold Nectar. Right where I put the concealer at. I did not reset the concealer. It was no point. The Gold Nectar is going to set it for me. So I'm just pressing that into the lid. And once again, that's Gold Nectar, this golden shade right here. So pretty. So once I have that placed down, I'm just going to take that purple color again and sweep it all around where I just placed Gold Nectar to make sure it's blended on those edges and not harsh. I am dipping back into the purple color, which is Purple Rain. Sorry if I'm like pausing between. I'm trying to look at the shades. And once again, I'm going in with my fluffy brush and buffing it out because like I said, I have to do it between every color. I can't help it. So now I'm just going to clean up that edge with a makeup wipe. Making an ugly face, of course. It's only right. So we're just going to jump right into things. I'm going to Millie Rock a little bit, you know, give you some spice. Right? So now I'm just taking my Fenty Fly Liner. Once again, this is the small version that they gave me as a free sample. And I'm just lining straight across my lash line just to make sure I cover up any purple and gold for once I put my lashes down. And I'm going to wing it out. Now, I am the worst at wing liners, but we are going to make this work as best as we can. So I'm just going to speed through this part. I'm not doing a thick wing. I'm just doing just a little something to have my lashes sitting pretty. And I'm just trying to make sure both sides are pretty much even. They look good enough to me. So I'm going to now go in with the lashes. And I'm using the Natalia lash from House of Lashes, one of my faves. And I'm just going to pop that right onto the waterline. I'm hoping it's most of the way dry. I don't like it to be all the way dry because I place it, fix it, and then push them together. Oh, of course I skipped a step. So I'm just going to throw on my mascara right now. And I'm using Maybelline Big Shot collab with Makeup Shayla, just to give them a little boom. So once we have that popped on, I'm going to now go in with my lashes and place them right on the eye. This is probably one of the fastest time I've ever did my lashes. It usually takes me forever. So I'm going to leave this in real time. I'm not going to speed it up because it literally took me like a couple of seconds to do it. So pop them on. Made sure they were straight. And now I'm just going to push them in and make sure that they are stuck together in the appropriate place, and I'm going to let them finish drying. So here is the one eye with the lash on. Once again, this is the House of Lash Natalia Lash, and that's the other one. So now I'm just squeezing them together, trying to combine them with my actual lashes and make sure they are symmetrical, because I'm weird about lashes. I hate when people lashes do not start at the same place on their eye. So I'm going in with the Cover FX blurring primer. I don't even think I've ever used this primer, but I figured being that I'm using Cover FX foundation, why not give it a go? So we're just going to speed through this. I'm pressing it in and then rubbing it in. I might have sped through it a little fast, but I figured you guys got the gist of it. So now I'm going in with the Cover FX Power Play, and I believe this is G100. This is my winter color. I do not have the darker shade of this, and I should have realized that before I started my makeup, but it is what it is. So this works out like this. This is where where I say I spill makeup everywhere. I got this all in my makeup desk and on my pants that I have on. So yeah. So I'm just smoothing it out a little bit before I use my brush to blend it in, and I stipple it and then buff it. So I'm just using my Real Technique brush to stipple it and then brush it in a circular motion. And yeah, you see what I mean about it just being just a tad bit off. I just need the shade darker. So for summertime I need like 110 because I don't get too much of a tan, and for winter I'm 100. So we're just going to speed through this process just a little bit because I figured y'all get the gist of what's going on. So I'm just buffering in the foundation, and I'm bringing it around my eyebrows to clean up where the lightness of the concealer is. Next, I'm going to pretty much go in and correct, and I'm going to be using Shape Tape in Deep. And this is just to cancel out that darkness under my eye. Once it's blended and it looks pretty, I could have left it like this, but I wanted a little drama. So I'm also going to brighten with another concealer. So next I'm going to go with my Makeup Revolution concealer in the darkest shade. I can't remember. I think this is 15. And just go around my head and contour. So I'm bringing my contour up a little bit on my cheeks. Once again, I've used too much. I'm never going to learn my lesson when it comes to this. That less is more, but I can't help it. It comes out so smoothly that you don't notice you've used too much until it's too late. So I'm just going to correct. I'm just going to contour everywhere that needs to be contoured and blend it on out before we go into the concealer. So this is pretty much, self-explanatory. I'm just blending out everywhere I contoured it, starting with the hairline and working my way all the way around my face. Yeah, I'm just going to lick my tongue at y'all every now and then. I'm weird like that. So now I'm going in with the Born This Way, the new concealer, the big gigantic one. I don't know what it's called, but it's the Born This Way one. And I'm just going to conceal my face now. I conceal my face like I'm a baboon. I can't help it. I'll be trying to hit them creases, make sure I get everything. So I'm just going to use my beauty blender and blend out everywhere I've concealed. So now I'm going in with the Makeup Shayla and Tarte collab for the contour palette, and I'm just setting my contour with the lighter of the darker two shades. And now I'm going to use the Laura Mercier translucent powder to bake under my eyes. Well, I'm pretty much going to bake everywhere where I've concealed. I should have used a different powder, but I decided to use this one. Told y'all I was going to keep looking my tongue at y'all. I can't help it. It's the bird in me. So now I'm going in with the Laura Mercier translucent glow powder, and I'm just going to set the rest of my face with it, pretty much the rest of my face. I'm just going over everywhere where I did not place the translucent powder and giving me a nice little glow about my skin. So the camera cut off while I was sweeping the powder off my face, but now I'm just going to go in with my Smashbox and set my makeup. And this is just a Smashbox regular setting spray, the primer setting spray. So now I'm going in with a oldie but goodie, but this is from MAC and it's Vintage Grape Blush. It's like the dual blushes that they came out. It's a dark purple and a lighter purple, like a lavender pinkish color. And I love it. With me, blush a little bit goes a long way. So, and this can go left really fast with that darker purple. So, use a very light hand. So, I have a beauty mark that I love. So, I'm just replacing my beauty mark because my foundation and concealer have covered it up. So, I'm just, popping it back on, making it visible to the world. So, I'm going to go back in and I'm going to use that pink color, which I believe is called Rose Risque. And I'm just going to sweep it across the bottom lash line with my smudger brush. And I'm only going to speed through this a little bit because it's not very long anyway. So yeah, I'm just sweeping it along there. So now I'm going back in with the Huda Beauty palette, and I'm going to be using the color Cashmere to use on the inner corner of my eye. I think this color is so pretty. It's like a purple silver, but it's so pretty. So that's not where we stop at with the inner corner. I'm also going to go in with Mariah Carey, and this is called My Mimi. It was from her collection with MAC, and I'm going to use a little pencil brush and highlight my eyebrows, down the bridge of my nose, and of course my cheeks. Might highlight my lip with this, but I'm using a second highlighter, so we'll see. So I'm just using my Anastasia highlighting brush, and yep, I'm going to highlight my chin, my lip, and now I'm going to move in with Becca Prosecco Pop, and this is going to give me all the glow I need to succeed. And I'm just going over everywhere where I put the My Mimi highlighter at, just to give it some extra dimension. Watch this. Ooh, ooh, look at that glow. So now I'm going in with Lights Camera Lashes from Tarte. And this is from their, I believe, Unicorn collection. And hitting those lower lashes, giving them a little love. Now I'm just going to line my lips with Night Moth from MAC, one of my faves. And I'm going to speed through this because I pretty much lined my whole lips except for almost the center. So we're going to just speed through this process really quick. So now I'm using Jeffree Star in the color Sagittarius, which I am. And I'm going to blot the center with my finger just to take out some of that shine. It is the matte liquid lipsticks that he came out with, so it'll dry down anyway, but I'm going to, just do what I like. Now I'm going back over my face again with my Smashbox just to make sure everything is set in place. And I'm taking off my little beat bib, and that is it. Okay guys, so this is the final look. I'm not sure about the foundation. I haven't worn it since before the summertime, so it's kind of off to me. It's a little bit lighter than what I would want it to be. I'd rather it be darker than lighter. As far as the eyes, I think they look good. So this is of course the final look, and yeah. But if you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. Bye guys.